So good morning, guys. It's Friday, and we've been conditioned to be excited on Fridays. You just wake up in a different mood. Customers say yes on Fridays because they have a different mood and mentality. So let's get it today. So what I wanted to share, I have a video that I want to share, right? And I know the average for nowadays, the average attention span is only like 3 minutes. I think they say that's why like on Instagram and stuff, they do like little 2-3 minute videos because for some reason we are unable to focus after 3 minutes, which is crazy. So I have an 8 minute video. It's actually like 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Like Andy, you could stop it at like 8 minutes. After that, he's just kind of talking about things that are irrelevant to my point. But I have an 8 minute video I want to share. It's with he's an entrepreneur. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of him. His name is Robert Kiyosaki. This dude he's worth a lot of money. He kind of looks like Petey Wang. It's not Petey Wang, so don't get him mistaken. Don't go up to Petey and ask him for his autograph or like for a book. He also is he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I strongly suggest that everyone go and get them a copy of that. That's a must read if you're getting into this entrepreneurial type, lane. I think that's very educational for you to pick, or that's a very educational book, and I think you should pick it up. So let's get started with the video, Andy.
Best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki is about to give you the information you need to implement a realistic, achievable plan of building and growing wealth.
Kiyosaki is the New York Times best-selling author of, among other books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
To date, the series has sold 20 million plus copies worldwide. Today, Kiyosaki shares his revolutionary wisdom with you, just as his rich dad shared it with him.
It's information that can take you from working for money to your money working for you.
Information that can set you free.
The story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really a story of two different fathers with two different sets of values and completely different sets of advice. So I don't mean to insult anybody or, damage your values, but really that was the difference. For example, my poor dad always said, go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, work hard, live below your means, save money, get out of debt, have a good retirement. That's my poor dad's values. My rich dad said, you probably won't get rich doing that way because very few people get rich following that plan. A very important diagram my rich dad showed me when I was a little boy was a diagram known as a cash flow quadrant. And the quadrant is made up of the four different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's, and E's stand for employees. Employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee because their core values are security. The other one of the four is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, good network, and the smartest people I know to run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run the company for them. And then the fourth of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, Robert, go to school so you get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security. promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he says, you know, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you own and something you pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said, work hard. But my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you get fired from right away? Again, that was the difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. So the beauty of building a business and learning how to invest is very simply that this is passive income. You work hard for a few years, but possibly for the rest of your life, income keeps flowing to you. One of the reasons I consider a direct selling business a perfect business is very simply because the company will work with you to get the business skills that make you rich. Always remember that it's not money that makes you rich, it's business skills. And that's why it's a perfect business. They'll take as long as you like to get the skills to make the money. And that's a lifetime skill thing. The other part about it is the low startup costs. You know, where else can you get in for under $500 and get these skills? For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering network marketing. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take the time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side, build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change their values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you. It's not a get-rich-quick formula. You don't just do it overnight. It takes time. I remember the first time I made that transition was back in 1978 when I fully quit my job and I had to depend upon my company that I was building to support me. So I understand the fear. The beauty, the most important thing to remember is this. There's two kinds of people in the world. There are the types that will say, you'll never make it. And there was I had a lot of people, a lot of friends and family saying that. You're stupid, don't do it. And the second type were the people that said, go for it. You can do it. Don't worry about it. We'll cover you. So the most important thing is support of friends and family. One of the beauties of a direct selling company is that they provide that personal support to you for as long as it takes you to make the journey from the left side to my rich dad side. One of the challenges of being self-employed is that you're your own boss. You're the solo act. Like in the S quadrant, you're the individual. You do it on your own. Whereas in the B quadrant, you're a team player. You have to depend upon your team and come to your team. So the problem with being an S is that, let's say you're in a traffic accident, there goes your income. And let's say you get older and you haven't set enough money aside to retire on, that means you'll probably have to work for the rest of your life because you don't have anybody else to fall back on, not a team to count on. So one of the problems with the S, although most people say it's most satisfying of all work, it is a solo act and you're totally on your own. Personally, I'd rather be a member of a team. They can count on me and I can count on them. We all know the world has changed, but sometimes the hardest thing to change is ourselves. And being an old guy, I sort of know the older I get, I sometimes get more set in my ways. And I think that's one of the things that a direct selling business offers people, why it's the perfect business. They allow you to take your time to make the mental, emotional, and physical changes required to move from the left side to the rich dad side. I think that's a big thing. It's a very gracious, it's a very elegant way, it's a patient way of supporting you in making the changes of your life. So please remember, change always creates upset, but sometimes we all know we have to make those changes. And if you know it's time for you to make that change, then the perfect business may be the direct selling business for you.
Sweet. Thanks, Andy, for playing that. All right, Andy, can I share my screen, or how does this work? It's not giving me the ability.
Let me give you the ability. All right, try now.
Sweet. Man. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk, guys. Let's talk about that video. So give me some feedback. What is something that you guys, anyone, got from that video?
Build a team.
Build a team. Yeah. Anything else?
What I got from it is, do you want to work for somebody, make their dream bigger, and sleep on your own dream, and be able to have money work for you, have something for your kids, have something for your kids' kids,
Yeah, that's absolute. Somebody else was saying something when Cam was speaking.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Be aware of the sacrifices that you make.
Right, work smarter, not harder, for sure. So what I took from that, and the biggest thing that I took from it is it's just a mentality shift, a difference between the rich and the people who make them rich. It's just all about how you think and how you view things, right? So on this side here, we have the employee, as he talked about, right? The employee, you have a job, there's no leverage, right? Your time equates money. In this position, we are, and I want to preface with this, guys, for whoever doesn't have the mentality, because I didn't at first. I had an employee mindset before getting into sales, and it's we've been conditioned to think that way. Since little, we go to school, we're told what time to start, what time we're going to take a lunch break or a little snack break, right? Go to recess, study this, do that. You have your boss, which is the teacher, telling you what to do, right? They've conditioned us to think that we need to learn and go to school and get this education. And then after that, go and get a job, So whoever designed all of this was brilliant, right? They must have been the one at the top, and they just wanted everyone to continue to be employee minded. So we've been conditioned our whole life to think this way. They don't teach us this stuff in school, I would say, for a reason, right? So if you are this way, it's okay. It just takes time. And I always tell new guys, my job, what I want to do is I want to freaking cut you open and bleed out all of that employee-minded blood. And through these calls and everything that we're doing, we're going to inject an entrepreneurial mindset within you, right? Because I promise you, once you shift over to that side, like he said, I will never work an hourly wage job or work as an employee ever again, because I understand the value of having my own and being my own boss. All right. So it's a mentality shift. So employee, I look at this in our business. We hire people with this mentality all the time. And you'll know that because some of you guys will be in orientation with the guy for the first 3 days or whatever, and then you don't see them on the call. They're gone. They decided to go somewhere else. They came out in the field, they worked 2 days, and they were like, you know what, that $25 an hour, I know that I'm guaranteed to get that every single day. This commission-based job, I need to pay my bills. And they they justify whatever in their mind, right? So most people in our sales rep position, this is where we have our highest turnover, right? It's because they are conditioned to think a certain way, so they run to that security. All right. In this self-employed stage, I noticed, so we have guys who come in that already have, like, they want this, right? And it sounds good and they want to desire this. But when they get into a leadership phase, well, we have some leaders that don't even care about building a team. They haven't shifted into this work with people type mentality, right? They say if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. As self-employed, I can get it done. If I want it done, I can get it done myself. But if you want to go far, work with a team, right? So I mean, we have reps in this position. I have a rep on my team, Frank. He's in this role here. He grosses. He makes a lot of money in the sales rep position or in the leader position, right? He doesn't care to build a team. He feels like it slows him down. He feels that, he can go out there and do 24 sales in a week, and he doesn't need a team to do that. Again, the only problem with that is he has no leverage. So Frank this week, he just finished up in Cleveland, and he's like, man, I'm gonna go take a week off. I need to recoup myself. So now his business no longer is making any money. So like Kiyosaki said, he gets in a car accident, he's screwed, right? He doesn't set up savings and stuff properly over the course of the time that he's working, he's screwed, right? In that self-employment. You can make a lot of money being self-employed, but again, there's no leverage, right? When the mentality shifts in our leaders, this is when team leadership right here and partnership. This is when they realize, you know what, I'm going in the field and yeah, I'm G Money. I can go out there and high roll the team every single week, do 10, 12 sales. But how long is that going to last? How long can I do that? You know what? I need to build a team. I need to build an organization. So with Frankie, I use as an example, and this is no, you know, think negative towards Frankie. You choose the lane. This is your life. You choose what you want, right? And there's no judgment here on what you choose. There's some people that have to be employees because they're not great bosses to themselves. And you know yourself better than anyone else. You got to keep it real with yourself. If I wasn't responsible, ambitious, and I can't work on my own, I would go clock in for an hourly wage. So being an entrepreneur requires you to be responsible, and you got to be able to, handle things on, like, be the number one guy all the time, right? So this is no downside on Frank. I'm just using him as an example because we know of him in our company, right? So Frankie goes out, he does 24 sales. Gio decides when he starts here that he wants to get here, right? These guys started at the same time. Frankie did 24 sales and profited off of that. Last week, Gio profited off of 46 sales with the team. Who do you think made more money? Gio, of course, right? And the most importantly is the time and the effort that Frankie had to put in to make that money. Gio didn't have to put as much physical effort in as Frankie to make more money. So the mentality shift, right? This is normally guys who are in partnership and guys who are team leads who are building teams, right? Over here, guys who get stuck in this self-employed too are guys, like I said, that aren't able to figure it out, for whatever reason. It could be leaders who just want to sell, leaders who lack the ability to grow into a leadership role and can't sustain a team. Maybe they've tried to build a team and they're just like, no, this is slowing me down. I had a new guy quit on me or whatever. These guys are stuck in that position, right? So it's imperative that we change our mindsets and we get into this growth mindset if you want to be on this side of the line. I mean, it's right before us. You see the wealthy people and what they acquire and what they have, right? And you see the people who are broke and or living paycheck to paycheck. They're on this side here. So then partnership, right? It's around in this area, and then an investment partnership allows you to create the income enough to invest in outside things, and also I invest in my people. That's one of my biggest investments. I know all these people talk about stocks and real estate and all that stuff, and I'm into all of that. But my biggest investment is in the people that I work with. You know, my time, my money, you know, working on developing them. That's why I invest in. I made an investment into Mo 3 years ago almost. I remember the exact place I met. Andy's like, "Hey, can you take this guy Mo out?" I'm like, "Cool. I'll take him out. I'm ready to go." I meet Mo at the spot, and we hit it off. Had lunch. We talked, and that was the bit that investment paid me way more than Delta Airlines. You know, I invest into my people. Mo hires Geo, and then Money Inc. just blows up after that, right? That was a great investment. So not just talking about investing in stocks and stuff, but you're as a partner, you'll make the capital enough to do so. You know, I have other investments and things that I've invested in that are paying off very well, but it didn't come until I actually made the mentality shift. I started understanding that I needed a system, I needed to build a team, I needed to invest into people, and once that manifested, then I was able to, you know, double up my money. All right, so um, I have three things that I feel that are actionable for you guys to help you start transitioning over into that phase, right? So the number one thing you guys have already accomplished, so pat yourself on the back, right? You joined a team, a company that does direct sales, is what he was talking about. He was talking about multi-level marketing where you could pay to get into the company, and you know that there's people who make money doing that, and it's kind of the same, almost like the same concept. It's just you got to pay to get started. We've created an opportunity for guys to learn skills. You have zero overhead, right? So Geo has built and Mo has built an organization, and they've never paid any rent. They've never paid for no materials. They don't even pay for polo shirts, right? Badges, none of that stuff. If anything, the company the company invests and spends money on the guys. It costs money to bring you guys in, right? You got to pay for the ad. You got to pay the recruiter, Aisha. We got to buy the shirts, buy the badge. When you start, the company's probably had a negative $200 per person, right? So we're investing in that to give guys an opportunity to grow their business. Like that, like you said, like Microsoft is going to cost you to build that business. It's going to cost you a lot of capital to get that going. So you have an opportunity that will give you no overhead, will give you time to develop and help you develop those skills at no cost to you. Only thing is your time and your effort, right? So you guys have already done that. You've already joined that. So good job. Pat yourself on the back. The second thing is going to be the biggest challenge for you. And I always say the mentality shift is equivalent to, or it's like a woman having a child, right? She has to go through labor pains. She's sweating. I can only imagine what it's like for a woman to have a baby. She has to go through those pains, right, in order to deliver this beautiful blessing, this gift of life. You know, like watching my daughter be born was the most gross, most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, you know? And I instantly fell in love when I saw her. It's like crazy how much when you have a child, you just instantly fall in love with them. Like if a car was coming, and my daughter was in the way, without any hesitation, I'm jumping in front of the car. Right? That's love, man. Like to spare your own life for someone else. That's the deepest form of love, right? So it's equivalent to that. You have to go through a lot of pain, change, right? You got to shift your mindset. You got to work and develop yourself. You got to go through pain before you actually delivered this beautiful blessing and this gift. Okay, so this second thing is going to be the most challenging for most, and this is it separates the men from the boys. It separates the rich from the poor. It's the reason why, it's only like 5% of the people in the world that are rich, and the rest of the people are like working for other people, right? So the second thing is you have to change your paradigm, your mindset. All right. So there's a saying that says you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You are the average. So if you look at your circle and your circle is below average, that's what you are. But the beauty of technology and YouTube and all that stuff now is you can create. I hang out with some pretty cool people on a constant basis. Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. I hang out with these guys a lot. I learn from the experts. So you got to spend time with the right people. You have to personally grow. You have to read. You have to watch videos. Gary V, yeah, Gio. You have to watch videos. You have to go to seminars. Like personal growth is intentional. It's never accidental. I've never heard someone say, well, how did you get good at money? Oh, I just woke up one day and just accidentally got good at it. No, I studied what I need to do, how to create a budget. Then I create a budget, and then I started, budgeting my money daily, and they developed the habits, and that's how they grew to be financially more responsible. It's never accidental, right? So you have to intentionally, personally grow. I plan it every single week. 30 minutes out of the day. I just find something that I'm going to learn and grow in, and you just put that you compound that over time, and you'll look back and you have a lot of knowledge, and if you're applying it, you're going to get pretty far in life. All right? So under that paradigm, we have you got to hang around like-minded people, right? Or people that are better than you. You have to intentionally personal grow. And then the last thing here is you have to commit. One of my old mentors used to say, Stephon, crap or get off the pot. Like go poo-poo or pick your pants up and get out of the bathroom, but just stop sitting there. And a lot of people just sit on the toilet. You got to handle your business or get off the pot. Commit to one of the two, right? So you got to close your back doors and say, this is what I'm going to do, and commit to it, right? Limit your distractions. Work out, eat healthy, strong mind, strong body. They work together, right? Fast. Like one of the things, I'm not Muslim, but one of the things in the Muslim culture that I respect is they have a period of time of the year where, I think it may be multiple times in the year, where they fast. They stop eating food, they meditate, they pray, right? You got to give up some things and sacrifice. Success is about what you're willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to do what it takes and give up those things? So stop watching so much TV, right? I know we got the sports and all that stuff, but limit things like that are meaningless to you. Like me watching the Lakers and knowing everything about all the Lakers and the stats and what Kobe average and all that stuff does nothing for me other than allows me to freaking debate with friends, right? It does nothing. watching all the Love and Hip Hop or freaking watching whatever you guys watch or video games, right? Some of you guys are like, oh man, I don't want to listen to him now. He's talking crazy. Fortnite, NBA 2K. Oh, look at my player. He's 100 rating. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, it's not making you any money, right? So limit those distractions. Wake up early every day. Plan your day. I know Andy talked about this. Plan your day. Otherwise, your day will be planned by someone else, which is so true. Be ready on the calls. If I'm you, I'm ready on the calls with the notepad. I got my notepad and stuff right here, right? And what I do on the calls is I just take one thing from the call and apply it to myself for that day. So I'm like, I'm gonna focus on this today. So Andy's like planning your day. I'm like, I'm on top of that. I'm doing it. Wake up every day, boom, my day's planned, ready to go, right? So I always try to take one thing and improve. If you do this over time, in a 6-month period, you will see how much you have grown. And the last thing, so that was 2. The last thing I wanted to share was my little picture that I grew here, right? Is you have to have your whys. So over here, it's my whys and my goals. They have to be bigger than the negatives, the haters, the people who are not equally yoked, meaning like they don't have the same mindset as you. And you have to focus your attention on these and not focus your attention on this. Everybody has these. Everyone. Every successful person actually has negative, probably more negatives. They say more money, more problems, right? You got lawsuits, you got the IRS, you just got so much stuff, more money, more problems. But you have to be able to focus on your whys, and you need to have a big enough why, right? I know Mo was running a call and he shared a story. He made me sound like a freaking superhero. When I went in the field and the cops drew their 2 guns at my head and pulled me over for some bull crap, right? And it's frustrating. It doesn't feel right. That's not the first time that's happened to me, right? But it puts you in a bad mood, and it actually is scary, man. Like, I could have lost my life that day. It happens all the time, right? I could have lost my life. I could have dropped my cell phone and they thought I was reaching for a gun or something and fired. Like, who knows? But yeah, Andy, BLM. Um, but he was like, the guy had a bulletproof mentality. Well, it is a bulletproof mentality, and it's simply because my whys are humongous. So I'm not taking no losses in the field. I'm alive. The cops didn't shoot me, right? I processed that into my head. I'm like, they didn't shoot me. They pulled me over for the reason why they pulled me over. They said because at the time I had Nevada license plates, and they were like, and your tags are gonna expire in like 2 months. I'm like, cool. So you guys pull me over and pull the guns out on me in front of all these people, in front of my reps right here looking. Like, you guys just draw the guns down on me because my tags are going to expire in 2 months and I had Nevada plates. Great, right? But I'm not going to allow, like, listen how silly this sounds, right? So I have goals in life to retire my parents, which is coming, right? Put them on the payroll. So I'm like, I can't retire my mom and dad. I can't retire my parents because the police pointed a gun at me in the field. Alina, my daughter, I can't pay for your college and your med school because, man, I got people telling me that I shouldn't be doing this type of job, that I should go get a freaking hourly wage job or whatever negatives that we're dealing with. The customer didn't want to pay the first month on Directv, or my new guy quit on me. Like, listen to how terrible that sounds, right? My whys are so much bigger. I don't care about those negatives. What I care about is accomplishing those goals, right? So those are 3 fundamental things that I feel will help you guys shift over to the right side, of where you need to be. Financial freedom. It doesn't make sense to work your whole life and retire at 65, 70 years old. You're too tired to even do anything. Like, have that freedom now while you're young. And the only way you're going to do that is if you create ownership, right? So direct sales business, you guys got that. Changing your paradigm, that's going to be like having a child. You got to go through that birth, the labor pains before you can actually transition to that business owner, right? To that investor. It's going to take some work. It's going to take intentional work and effort. And then again, the last thing, recapping, is your whys need to be big enough so when the negatives come, you got that bulletproof. I ain't dead. I didn't get shot. Let's go hit our goals. Capiche? Cool. So that's what I had for that. I have 15 minutes here. I wanted to do something kind of fun for the new guys, and I also like to do this because it gives me a barometer to see where our new guys are and how our trainers are doing, and how we're doing in orientation, just overall, just the leadership within the company where we need to be at. So it's going to take some participation. So Andy, what I need from you, so we're going to do a group effort. We're going to play hangman, okay? So Andy, if you can draw, I saw you drawing one time. If you can like start drawing, first draw like the platform, and then, if they get the question wrong, you know how to do hangman at the head, etc. So who do we all have on the call? Let's see. We got a few leaders, but we got some new guys. So I'm going to pick on the new guys on this call. Okay. So the way that it's going to work, guys, is I'm going to ask you guys a question. All right. And the question is going to be a Directv question that you should know. Yep. There you go. Directv. And then we'll have some miscellaneous questions. Okay. So anyone can actually, I'll give you guys the opportunity. I'll let you guys unmute yourself and answer. But if you guys are taking too long and you're too scared to answer, I'm just going to start calling on you. Okay. All right. So here we go.
How many letters?
We're not doing any letters this way. It's just if they get the answer wrong, you put a body part.
Okay.
Okay.
So we start.
No. Erase the head. Okay. So explain the 2-year agreement, 1-year promo.
All right. Can I maybe top this one?
Who is that? Who's talking?
George.
Oh, George. Yeah, for sure. Let's go, George.
All right. So basically, we're gonna put our customer in a 2-year agreement, 1-year promotion, meaning that after that 1 year is over, they could call our offices if they want to continue the promotion or if they want to either upgrade or downgrade.
Andy, I want your assistance with judgment here. What do you think?
How long you been with the company, George?
It's first week.
4 days.
4 days? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. The reason why I say it that way is just because you rely too much on the back office, and when a customer hears that, they're gonna feel like you're not responsible for them. So, here's my phone number. Once the year is over, call me. I'll see what I can do for you, because we get every year. So
sounds good.
I would, have.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so we'll have Diego. Let's hear you explain it.
So 2-year promotion, 2-year agreement, 1 year. So for the first year, $5 price. After this price will go up. But what you can do is call in, renew your promotion, or we can call to downgrade you, or you can just call me and I can help you out with all of that. But just remember, after the first year, all you got to do is call. And the first month, blah, blah, blah.
All right, it was a little hard to hear you, Diego, because it sounds like you're driving. But I got the gist of it. Okay, so no body parts. So good job. You guys passed on that one. All right. So what are the 3 types of viewing platforms on Directv? Edgar.
The 3 types of viewing platforms. TV, smartphone, tablet.
Edgar, I can't hear you. Mute yourself, Edgar. I can't hear you.
I just hear like a lot of. Can you hear me now?
A lot better.
Okay. I had said TV, smartphone, tablet.
No, give him a head, Andy.
Yeah, give him a head, bro.
No. All right, let's see. Carlos Hernandez. What are the 3 types of viewing platforms?
We have public, business, and private.
That is correct. That is correct. Good job. So, but public, business, and private. It's important that you guys set the customer up with the right viewing platform. All right. Let's see. What are the 5 packages that we offer with Directv?
The 5 packages we offer with Directv are Business Select, Business Entertainment, Business Extra, Business Optical Mas, and Business Ultra. Mas Ultra, right?
That is correct. Good job, Isaiah Vasquez, right? Okay, but here's a bonus question for you, Isaiah. What viewing package, the Moss Ultra has to be sold under what viewing package?
The what? The most?
The Moss Ultra.
That's public, isn't it?
That's correct. Who are you sitting next to? Somebody's telling you. All right, you survived. Cool. All right, so this one I feel like we're gonna get a body part on this one. This one's gonna be rough. All right. So we can offer up to 5 different types of promotions to help the customer or to help ourselves get a sale and help the customer in one way or another. What are the 5 promotions we can offer to the customer? Andy's over here freaking drawing shoulders. 5 promotions we have to help us. Come on. I'm gonna call on somebody.
Hey, Stephon, just to clarify the question for everybody, are you talking about like the tools that we have in our tool belt as like ammunition to throw out at a customer to make the sale?
That's the promotion, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Come on. Don't be shy.
What
All
was
right.
the question again?
The 5 promotions 5 different promotions we're able to offer the customer. Come on. You guys got it. I'm gonna call on someone.
I think I know it, but I have 4 for sure. So the first one will be the $200 Visa gift card. Free
Nope.
TV.
That's AT&T. That's
Okay.
AT&T, Joe.
Okay, my bad.
Isn't it the auto pay, the free TV? And then the referral, that's only 3 though.
Wait, Isaiah, what did you say? Auto pay?
Auto
Yeah,
pay, the 32-inch TV, and then
yeah.
the $10 off 10 months.
$10 off for 10 months. There's 2 more.
And isn't another one the $100 DTV credit?
That's correct. That's 4. And this one right here is the kick in the webbles. All right. Come on, you got
Kicking the
this one.
wheel or some shit.
Which is the 5th?
The free NFL Sunday ticket package.
That is correct, Jorge. Yeah, I know. I know you next to your brother-in-law. All right, that's good work. So we have $100 bill credit, $15 off for the customer for auto pay. We can give a free TV. We can give a $10 off referral, and then football season's coming up. Entertainment package or higher. We have the NFL Sunday ticket. You guys need to use those to your advantage. And he's just having a blast here drawing, man. Okay, next question. Can we offer a DVR to the customer? True or
Yes, but
false?
$15 more. True, but it's $15 more.
It's $15 more. You're almost correct on that. So it's true. What package? What package are you able to offer the DVR in, Richard?
The business entertainment.
That is incorrect. Well, Andy's already drew a whole body for you guys, so we'll just leave the body the way that it is. So it's not a business entertainment. Joe,
Yes.
which package, which viewing package or viewing platform do we have to that we can sell a DVR with? Private, business, or public?
I'll go with public.
That is incorrect.
Isn't it private?
It is private, Jorge. Process of elimination, I see. Good work. So private customers can only receive a DVR. Okay? So how much is the monthly reoccurring charge for a DVR?
$7.
That is incorrect.
5?
$5, you said?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Mo Mula, you're on the call? Somebody needs to mute their phone. They sound like they're like on the bus or something. How much is the monthly reoccurring charge for the DVR? Anybody? So the monthly reoccurring charge, actually, Gio, that is not correct. It's $22. $22. It's the 15 plus the $7 a month receiver fee. All right, so make sure you're quoting the customer $22 for the DVR. We got that? Okay.
Stephon, I think it's important to clarify that it's $15 extra because extra than, like, say for example you're selling them a select, right? Private viewing, $25 select. In that $25, there's a $7 receiver fee included. So if you're gonna add a DVR, it's $15 extra on top of the 25. You're saying that it's 7 plus 15 for the DVR, but just not to confuse the reps, I think it's important just to know that the receiver fee, the first receiver fee, is already included in the package price. So for example, I'll reiterate, let's say for example, entertainment pack, $55 a month, that includes $7 receiver. So if you're gonna add a DVR, don't add 22. Add 15 extra. Okay. I don't want you guys making that mistake in the field.
Got it. Good clarification there, Gio. Thank you. All right, so let's move. We gotta knock these questions out, so we gotta move. All right, so explain how the $10 referral works.
When you help out
Zay.
another business, you could.
Oh, go ahead, Richard. Go ahead, Richard. You're being brave.
So when you help out another business, you could use that business as a referral for other businesses that you sign up with new or existing customers, and they could get both of those stores will get the $10 referrals.
There we go. So when you give a $10 referral, both businesses get it. Both businesses get it. Yeah, $10 off. Right? Good. How long does it take for the $10 referral to kick in?
The second month.
1 to 2 months. Okay.
Yeah.
And what does the customer? What do you need to submit to the back office?
I volunteer as tribute. Look what he's drawing. Stephon, I volunteer as tribute. So, one more time, just to clarify, what was the question?
The question is, what do you need to? So you want to do the referral? What do you need to submit when you're processing the order to the back office?
Okay, perfect. So when you're submitting the referral to the back office, you're going to need two things. One, you're going to need the business name of the account that is giving the other customer the referral. Secondly, you're going to need the Directv account number of that business giving the referral.
That is absolutely correct. Man,
if you guys don't know that, I'll teach you right now. You just got to get the chip that's inside of the receiver for the Directv. Take a picture of the code on the chip, send it into the back office on our validation chat, and then they'll pull it up in like 15 minutes. And it'll tell you, oh, this is business viewing, the Directv account number is this, and the business name is this. And then you use that information for the referral for the other account.
Right. Or you can use like I do. I have like a couple of business owners that are really cool with me that like show me a lot of love. So I'll just keep referring their business. They don't even get a bill. They got so many credits stacked up. So you can do that as well.
I do the same thing.
Okay. What does the customer need to say during the verification call?
The name of the store?
That is correct.
Did I refer them?
That is correct. Good job.
Bingo.
Okay. So that we're done. We're finished with the Directv questions. I just have a few miscellaneous questions and we'll wrap up the call here. What are the requirements to get promoted to team leader? I mean, to leader, I'm sorry.
Isn't it 15? It's 8 sales or something? 8 sales in 3 weeks?
8 sales in 3 weeks. Who said that?
I did.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
That is correct. 8 sales in 3 weeks. Okay. What does it take to get promoted to team leader?
Man, I thought Andy was good.
15 sales?
Team has to make sales every 2 weeks. I mean, every week.
Say it again.
For 2 weeks?
Every week, yeah.
15 sales for every week for 2 weeks?
That is correct. Does your sales count in that 15?
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct. Okay. What is the pay difference between the positions? So what do you get paid for a select as a sales rep? And then once you get promoted to leader, and then once you get promoted to team leader.
For the select package, right?
Yep. What does a sales rep
I
make?
think it's $25 more.
Makes 175, and
Okay.
and I think the leader makes 250.
Nope.
Nope.
Try again.
225.
225. That's correct. And then a team lead makes what?
I want to say 275, $50 more.
Nope. 250. 25 more. So
Okay.
175, 225, 250. Then 270 on entertainment, 275, 325, then 350, and then for an extra pack, 325, 375, and then 400. All right, so it's important that you guys understand the comp plan, understand what it entails for you guys to get to the next position, so you can set your goals accordingly. All right, wrapping it up here, we have 3 more questions, right? What are the 7 successful work habits?
Be on time. Be prepared. Stay positive. Work the territory. How many do I have already so far?
Joe, oh, you making J-Dub look real bad right now, Joe. You making J-Dub look real bad.
Hold on. I know the answer. I think I'm getting the whole thing.
Man, you should be able to rattle this off because you're developing these habits every day. You should have it like this. Richard, what are the successful work habits?
Be organized.
No.
Be
Well, I guess
no.
no, that's not what we call it. So no, I'm gonna be a stickler on this. Jasmine, what are the 7 work habits?
Be on time, always be prepared, have a great attitude, keep a great attitude, work territory correctly. Damn it. I'm missing like 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, you're missing 2. You got 5.
Work a full day, understand your opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Zay. All right, so give me all 7, Zay. Give me all 7.
Work a full day, understand your opportunity, work territory correctly, be on time, be prepared, maintain your great attitude, and have a great attitude.
That is correct. All right, who's been training you?
Mo and Cam.
Good job, Mo and Cam. Good work. Okay, so like those 7 successful work habits are something that you need to visually look at every single day and grade yourself, right? So when I first started in sales, out of having a great attitude and maintaining my great attitude, I probably, if I scored myself out of 10 points maximum, I probably was a 3. But every day I just focused on growing at it until I was a 10. So now when a customer tells me no when I was a 3 and I would get negged out and go sit in my car and start thinking like negative thoughts, every day as I intentionally grew personally and got to the 10, I was able to at one point have the cops point a gun to my head and still be able to go out there and work and make money and make sales. So these habits are what you, more than anything that we teach you, you guys need to freaking focus on these. And everything, if you develop and you really master these habits, everything else will work itself out. All right. So it starts with you actually knowing them. So you guys should know them. All right, so last 2 questions and we're done here. Explain C factor.
The C factor?
Smile,
Yes,
smile, eye contact, and enthusiasm.
that is correct. Who was that? Zay? Who's that?
No, Richard.
Richard said that. Sorry. Zay doesn't have his phone
Okay.
muted, so you can see that he's talking because you hear background noise. All right, and the last thing here that I have is, what is Ford?
Oh, I got it. Family, orientation, recreational dreams. This is for J-Dub right here.
No, you got it wrong, Joe. You got it wrong, player.
I got it wrong.
Yes.
Isn't it family, orientation, recreational, and
No.
dreams? What's
I like
No. No.
You're talking about Ford, right?
Yes, there's no orientation in Fords. Occupation.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm so stupid, dude. Damn it. I'm not even thinking it, man. Damn.
Hey,
Wow.
your confidence was up there, though.
Hey, I know your
I knew the answer, too.
Your subconscious was telling you that you need to go back into orientation, Joe. That's what it was telling you. It was telling you need to go back and get a retrain in orientation.
You're right. I knew the answer, though.
All right, sweet. Well, that's all I have, Andy. I see you put up a scoreboard here. You want to give some shout outs to some folks?
Yes, sir. So we got in with high rollers. We had Kevin, both Kevins, Mo and David went out there and got 2 sales. So good job to you guys. And the fearless leader of yesterday was Ryan Moore. So you guys, Ryan's not on here. Go on Google to say congratulations, Ryan, on high rollers. But
Yeah,
guys,
he's a leader's call.
Yeah. So it's Friday. You know, owners are more effective on Fridays for some reason. I think it has to do with your energy. So just go out there and have fun and make the best out of today. So just have a great day. Cool. Thank you guys for being on the call, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you guys on the group chat. Let's go, baby. Let's get fired up.
All right.